So, let's just jump right in and look what the daily challenge has in store for us today. So for today, we are playing Stygian Awoken, which is usually a pretty powerful combo, but the mutators are stacked against us this time. We have buying power. Merchants provide a card duplication service, which I think starts out at 90 gold and becomes more expensive as we use it. Chunked up, we start with 8 calcified embers in our starting deck, which costs 3 to play and purge when played. And finally, pain train enemy units enter with spikes 1. So, chunked up definitely makes the early game harder. Pain train is always annoying with Stygian guard, because as our main clan, because Tethys is pretty vulnerable to spikes. We have to see how we deal with that. At the very least we have restores to heal our back up, so maybe that's enough, but for boss fights it might not be. We'll see. Let's jump into the run. Well, let's look at the scores real quick for a second. The scores for today range from 43k to a little bit above 46k. Comrade at the top looks like he didn't found an infinite this time, but still made a solid performance. I see Icely here, who I also recognize. But yeah, let's jump into the run and see what we get to play with today. Helical, Razor Sharp, Unnamed Tome. These are actually very useful cards. I do like Razor Sharp, I do like Helical Crystallis a lot, and Unnamed Tome is pretty useful as well. So, let's look at the artifact. Hellspanners or a Forgotten Name. Hellspanners helps a lot with setup, and I always think it's a pretty decent artifact. It's similar in value to something like Forever Flame. A Forgotten Name. It's not a bad card. Not a bad relic, I mean. But I think I like Hellspanners more because of the easier setup it allows. It's funny you should mention that, Night Breeze. For a long time I thought Stygian is the best clan to pull off flying kills consistently. But a few things have changed since then, and it's no longer as good. So we have the option of going Frostbite or Conduit. Conduit hits Frozen Lances and Helical Crystallis, but nothing else. There aren't many Awoken cards that Conduit can hit. Conduit has higher HP, so it's a bit more resilient to spikes. But Frostbite is a much better boss killer. So let's go with Chillwind. Just think Chillwind is a generally very strong champion path. Non-boss enemies enter with spikes 3. Oh no. Oh no. This is scary. how do we do this? First helical. That's pretty good already. We can't kill the collector. But at least our Tethys doesn't die just yet. We have one more turn to draw into a helical. Otherwise Tethys is gone. Yep, Tethys is gone. Helical on the bottom of the deck. Now we have to switch plans. I have no idea how we do that though. Oh, we could have used Health Banners on turn 1. Oh, I totally forgot. Yeah, I definitely should have. It doesn't save Tethys, but yeah, we should use Health Banners whenever they are available. They are a pretty big deal. Yeah. Yeah, we can use it. You're totally right. We can also use it this turn. Actually, that doesn't work now. We can use it, but that means we're not playing Helical, and not playing Helical is a bad idea. Now, what am I thinking about? Why can we not play Helical? Of course we can play Helical. The thing we can play is the Calcified Ember. Well, sorry, I'm a little bit unfocused right now. I had a pretty long day, basically. A lot to do today. Yeah. I'm an idiot. Could have gotten the collector. Oh, I need to slow down and focus. Help me slow down a bit, please. I feel like I'm in a rush right now for no good reason. Okay, I think this turn 1 stays the same. We definitely want to get the collector here because that's gonna be pretty valuable. Let's keep this guy healthy. Double frozen lands +5, that's... yeah, that should be worth it. So he's on 18, so we might actually be able to save Tethys. If we sacrifice this Train Steward, then the backline is still gonna... No, we can have the Train Stewards get the kill if we use the Razor Sharp on the backline. Okay, now, yeah, it's pretty easy to fall in that into that mistake because you have seen the things already. You don't need to rethink it. At least you think that's the case, but oftentimes it's not. Let's see. What can we draw? Restores. Razor Sharp would be nice to kill the backliner. If we draw a Razor Sharp and kill the backliner, that gives us 45 damage plus... we'll get about 60 damage. I guess I need that extra damage from the helical. There we go. And the extra damage from the helical made the difference. Okay. That worked out pretty well in the end. So, what do we want? Titan's Tooth is a nice backline clear. I kind of like that. It's a bit easier to play because we have the health banners, just in case we draw it early. I think I prefer that over the offering token. Although our second clan is Awoken, so we have options to clear backlines more easily. Like spikes and sweepers. Sweepers are plenty because we are playing both sweeper clans. Only managed to purchase single calcified ember that fight though. I kinda like the offering token more now that I think about it. Sharpen, Restoration Detonation, Wildwood Zap. I do like the Sharpen, to be honest. Unit upgrades and Awoken unit or spell upgrades and Stygian unit. What do we want in terms of units? Are there any uncommon units that can kill flying bosses? There's Siren of the Sea, of course. Nameless Siren, I mean. Which can scale really well. I think Stygian has more usable units than Awoken right now. And we can make use of spell upgrades. Although there are more spell upgrades available here. Still, the spells are pretty important to this deck. And I really like the Stygian unit. More holdover is available. Titan Sentry. That seems useful. Cold Celia. If they were quick in the shop. Well, can't be quick if it's a spell shop, right? I am thinking about Helical Crystallis holdover. It's gonna be a big help, but it's also gonna cost a lot of Ember. Razor Sharp Edge with cost reduction could be nice. The problem is we currently don't have a... Well, Titan Sentry is a pretty good target actually. Let's do it. Hold over Razor Sharp. And cost reduce it. Let's also get that plus 20. On a Frozen Lands or on a Restore? I kind of like the Restore as burst healing. Our Shark can benefit a lot from that. I also think I want to remove a Train Steward right away. Non-boss enemy units get plus 4 and we have to fight this guy. We can count on Tethys against him because he has spikes 2 plus another spikes 1 from the mutator, so Tethys will die on the first hit against this guy. We also can set up on the bottom floor against these clergymen. Let's trigger the health banners here. Let's see what we can find. Calcified Ember and the Train Steward can go in between. We do kill everyone here, obviously with the Titan Sentry's Frostbite, but we take quite a bit of damage. More damage than I really want to take. let's remove 7 of them. Once again, we need to remove some damage, but this time we have a full Ember to play with. Helical Crystallis can kill 2. I think I even want a Frozen Lance on top of that. And just start buffing the Shark. Ooh, I think I have to play this Restore, it's a lot of value. I do want the Conduit Infiltrator to come up to the next floor, because that gives us a 1 turn faster kill. There we go. Too bad we didn't draw into another Ember, but there was none available, so... Ice Storm, Crypt Builder, Titan's Gratitude. We have an offering token, so Crypt Builder is not out of the question. Ice Storm though. Are we gonna go to the Merchant of Magic, or are we gonna go to the Hellwind instead? Do we want to dupe a Razor Sharp Edge? I think I like it. It can remove backliners as well, we can use it for other things than just buffing. Which means we won't find a Merchant of Magic for a while. Which makes the Ice Storm significantly worse. Obviously if we chose Forgotten Names as our first artifact, then the Ice Storm becomes much more appealing. We have good backline clear at the moment with Titan Sentry Sharpen and the holdover Razor Sharp Edge, which can also be used on backlines. I'm just not sure if I want the Crypt Builder. I'll take it. It's gonna be useful most of the time. Wildwood Sap could be a decent way of keeping our Titan Sentry healthy. Although Restoration Detonation is probably better overall. Let's go with Detonation. Animus of Will. If we can make it large, then that's gonna be great damage scaling with the Razor Sharp Edges. It's a bit vulnerable to spikes, but it's not too bad. God of the Unnamed. That's not better than a Titan Sentry, I don't think. Let's take a look at the caverns. A rare draft pick from another clan. Well... Whew. What do we want? I don't like One Stone. Nope. Dark Deal is okay. Alloy of the Ancients is okay. Neither of them is in really good. Spike of the Hellhound is pretty bad, but pickable. Forever Consumed is okay. Furnace Step is pretty nice. Blazing Bolts is probably pickable. Bounty Stalker, probably not. Legion of Wax, not really. I don't think it can be melting. Bounty Stalker, we can give it Endless, but we can't give it Burnout. It's hard to make it work. And Legion of Wax has some synergy with Razor Sharp Edge at least. I'm kind of leaning towards Umbra. I think it's Blazing Bolt. Blazing Bolt is about on the level of Ancient Synergy, and I will probably pick an Ancient Synergy in this deck. It just needs some work to be good. Yeah, Remnant would definitely be the spicy pick. Build around a Legion of Wax or a Bounty Stalker. Oops, almost forgot the dupe. I think the dupe still goes on Razor Sharp. It's only spikes 1. It would only take 2 damage from Multi-Strike Endless. Well, from multi-striking against the spikes, I mean. How do we do this fight? This is one where we can deal a lot of damage with Frostbite. Certainly. But it's not gonna be easy to survive. I think I want to set up the second floor. That gives me a chance of hitting a flying kill. The Animals of Will is basically worthless at this point. Maybe I should have thrown it away. It's like almost as bad as a train steward. It's not the perfect turn for restoration detonation. I think we go Ember. I could also have used the tome to silence the bomb, to be honest. That was certainly an option. Let's see what we can find with the offering token. Helical Sharpen, Razor Sharp. We don't really need Sharpen right now, but it's not bad. We could also just calcify it and Razor Sharp. Helical doesn't prevent a lot of damage against this guy. Do want to get that Ember out. Uh-oh. Tethys is on low health and we don't have any healing. And we have no way to protect her. Or is there a way? Can crit pill or Razor Sharp Edge. That's all we can do basically on this point. At this point. There is no way. We need a Titan Sentry to be pretty powerful. At least Daedalus already has a large chunk of Frostbite. We need to silence this bomb so that we can actually remove a few of these guys. So our healing will not keep the Titan Sentry alive because of the explosive sigil. Uh-oh. This isn't good. I think we have to restart here. Very much think so. Our tank is too fragile. We need to heal them earlier. Or rather, we need to gain more time to be able to heal them. I'm gonna block this hit with the Animus of Will. Because the Animus isn't doing anything. I might just need that heal on Tethys. So she stays alive for one more turn. Hi Rossum, welcome! Spikes on the Titan Sentry prevents the backliners from taking any damage. The backliners taking damage is okay because we healed Tethys, so... This might be the turn where we silence the bomb. It's gonna die to Frostbite. So it's not like it stays around or anything. This is pretty decent. Let's think about this. These guys. If we have a 40 damage Titan Sentry, then we kill the first one with the Titan Sentry hit. But we take 2-3 hits on the Titan Sentry, so that's 9 Frostbite to the backliner, and then we'll deal 20 damage plus another 10 Frostbite, so that's another 30. So this guy would survive with 1 HP. Unless we do something about that. What can we do about that? We could Razor Sharp Edge the Train Steward. I think I'm gonna do that next turn, so we don't waste any health. Hi Azuro, welcome. I think I might have to heal here. Heal Tethys, heal Shark. And I think... might as well. And I think we wanna stop reducing the max health of our units at the moment. We do wanna play Blazing Bolts. I also wanna play the Restore though. Is the Restore necessary? It looks like it's necessary. Yeah. 20 Frostbite. Shark loses 7 health plus another 2, 3, 4, 5. Shark will go down to 2 health. So we have 1 hit with Tethys, 2 hits with Tethys against... yeah, that's never gonna be enough. Too bad I couldn't play the Blazing Bolts here. I would have liked that a lot. Whoops, I forgot to play the Lance. But we should be okay. Yep, There we go. Enough for a kill. Whew. Unleash the Wild Woods is very tempting. Gifts for a guard, adaptive mutation. Gifts for a guard is also really strong. I like the gifts so much in this deck. It's really good in this deck. We have a lot of great draws with it. I think this is a skip. Now if we want to go with large stone on the animals, we need capacity, but if we don't find the large stone, I'm gonna go with health instead. I mean, we can always make use of a capacity. We can just fit in a totem and something like that. Removals, unit upgrades. Yeah, I think we have to. Quick. Quick is definitely not what I want. Animus Wine Model. If we were more in the direction of an Incamp build, I would gladly take a Wine Model, but we are very far away from an Incamp build. Do we just take Heartstone and Strengthstone and go with the Animus like that? Hoops it up to 28 health. We can use a few Razor Sharps on that pretty safely. Or do I reroll for Large Stone, potentially not having a health upgrade at all? I could also go with Heartstone and roll for the Large Stone. That's dangerous though. The Titan Sentry also wants a Heartstone. Perhaps even more so than the Animus right now. Now the question is, do we want a Strength Stone on Animus? And then just reserve the second slot for a health upgrade of any sort? I think that's okay. Didn't find one. Instead we found Multi-Strike, which would have been amazing if we had another slot open. Ah, that hurts. I think I am also gonna go with just spikes on the Titan Sentry. Usually I wouldn't want that. No, I don't think I want. Yeah. The game is teasing me with this multi-strike. But it simply doesn't work. Can't do it. I think I'm just gonna bail. Let's remove Frozen Lancers. We don't want them. They are really bad. I would like the extra health. Don't like the sweep that much. You know, the extra health on Tethys actually provides the same amount of boss damage as the extra Frostbite. Seal of Aggression. Okay. Multi-strike. think we do want to set up the bottom floor. I am gonna burn through my Animals of Will right now. This is actually okay. Let's get another Ember out of the deck. Okay. Gift for a god. If I don't draw any healing with the gifts, well, if I don't draw any healing, I will draw damage. Okay. Now we can start upgrading our shark. First play of Blazing Bolts has to happen eventually. I would have loved some healing right now. But instead we get a lot of damage buffs. I mean, there's nothing lost by doing this. There we go. It was really close, but it was enough. Tethys Scales. Yeah, that's gonna be helpful. Or Frost Effigy, that can be our... That can potentially be our flying boss kill. Steward wants to be in the back, because it wants to tank a hit. Well, yeah, in the back, because it wants to tank a hit when the boss has the most amount of Frostbite on it. Because the shark applies Frostbite whenever it gets hit. Let's go. Edgeprior and Wildwood Custodian. I think we can set up a Custodian and benefit from it. Okay, at least we only have one Calcified Ember left in the deck. I really need that upgrade on the Animals of Will. I think that has to happen now. Runestone. I could see a Runestone on Titan Sentry. How much is that worth? We're often playing our spells on the floor the Titan Sentry is in, and we can expect to play about 4 spells a turn. Maybe 3. 3 to... well, 2 Razor Sharp Edges are very often played alongside other spells. Yeah, so about 4 spells per turn. 4 armor a turn. It's not bad. The Battlestone would allow for extra healing value with cards like Restoration Detonation, upgraded Restores, or Restores that got Gift for a Guard. Yeah, that makes sense, Rock Bogglesworth. That definitely makes sense. I didn't think about the shark attack. But we definitely should have, because it's big. Runestone might actually be good on Titan Sentry. It's not what I really wanted, but it's good enough. Next up, upgrade Orfrost Effigy with cost reduction and holdover, and then dupe it twice. Endless Shark build. I mean, that's not bad, but we have healing and our Shark is pretty tanky. We don't really need Endless on him. I want the final Frozen Lands gone. And next, I think my removal is on Train Stewards. Even though they can help trigger the health banners. Heaven Seal. Yeah, think we can do it. Let's see what gift for a god gives us. That's nice. To random enemy unit 2 times. And the custodian should go on this floor. If I want the kill on the collector, I have to do it with the crypt builder. I guess I'll do it with the crypt builder then. This is annoying. Well, let's silence the tank, so we have a little bit of extra damage against him. And that's almost enough. We can finish him with the Train Steward. He dies to Frostbite, never mind. We don't need a Train Steward to finish that job. What's available? A lot of healing is available. That makes gifts for a god very interesting right now. No healing whatsoever, but we got a Crypt Builder. I guess that's worth something. Sharpen on the shark, because the shark's gonna be around for longer. Ooh, oh, that's nice. Okay, that helps. Alright, this guy won't die to Frostbite. Well, we'll kill him with the Blazing Bolts. No, we are okay. We just need to draw into the Blazing Bolts, but it's very likely that we do. Oh, did I have multiple Train Stewards in a hand where I could have used banners? Whoops. Oh, we're drawing 6 because we have the Custodian around. Oh, we got it. Let's purge the Ember. Uh-oh. This boss. Healing the Animals of Will doesn't make a difference. What's left in the deck? Not much. So he needs 6 hits to kill the shark. 8 hits, then Animus is dead, and Tethys can attack once, twice. Healing doesn't change anything. At least I think so. Can Tethys only attack once? Alright. 8 attacks to take out the Animus of Will, and then the boss attacks again, killing the Wildwood Custodian. Tethys attacks back, and then Tethys dies. Maybe if we just delay the boss for long enough. Well, we still have spell weakness on him, so... There we go. Easy! That wasn't close at all. Infused Mallet, yes, please. Glacial Seal. I like that more than a Wildwood Custodian on the main floor. Wildwood Custodian can be on another floor. Crystalline Seeds is also some Frostbite, but I think Glacial Seal is better. Engraft, Restoring Retreat. We don't really need Descent in this deck. Engraft might be okay. With the Glacial Seal, some extra healing as well. No, it's never Spores. Spores does nothing we really need. I want to cost reduce gifts for a guard, but I think our priority should be Hoarfrost, so we have the chance to dupe it. Maybe we don't even need holdover on the Hoarfrost. Maybe Permafrost is enough. We are up against Fel next. Perma gifts. Yeah, perma gifts certainly does have value. I could permafrost gifts and hope for holdover on the Hoarfrost. No, I don't think I want it. We have a relatively small deck and a lot of draw. We can do it with Permafrost Effigy. I want another cost reduction. Ah, there was a holdover. Maybe Engraft holdover with cost reduction can be good, because we're pretty Ember hungry. That means we can't dupe this floor. Maybe the holdover is not that important. I really want to dupe the Hoarfrost. Ooh, extra gold. Don't want a gift of gratitude or a petty theft or... Yeah, let's get the Gift of Gratitude. I think we can at least get the 120 pretty easily, maybe even more with the Health Banners or the Engraft. Train Steward has to go. Even though I hate removing more units with Health Banners, they just don't serve any purpose anymore. Gold Strap by duping the gifts and then duping it with extra gold or the merchant. Well, if you can generate a lot of energy multiple times a fight, that might be worth it. But that's rarely the case. Certainly isn't in this deck. Good thing we finished off the annoying unit in the back that puts Scorches in our deck. I kinda wanna set up Tethys on the bottom floor. Tethys, Animus on the bottom floor. We have the sweep to kill the Quill Marksman, but Tethys will be wounded pretty heavily. Yeah, the extra health on Tethys does matter a lot. It doesn't matter that much on the Animus. Let's draw something more useful. That's not bad. I think I want to play that. Maybe the discard should be Helical, because Helical does almost nothing this turn. Heal you back up? Sure. Okay, we have the Hoarfrost in hand. Kinda wanna prevent the damage this guy does. Yeah, that was definitely a good turn to draw and graft. I'm certainly happy about that. Fel doesn't want to come down to the bottom floor. That's a shame. I think we keep healing Tethys. And I guess this is a Helical. Okay, finally we have Fel on the bottom floor, but we have the ultimate penance this turn, which sucks. I do want to cast at least one Hoarfrost this turn, which means I'm not gonna be able to cast the penance. I'm also gonna use the silence for another trigger of Glacial Seal, because every trigger of Glacial Seal is 6 more Frostbite on the boss. Bottom floor is alright. I can Aurfrost this turn. Hi, Kendrick here. Phew. No, silencing bosses doesn't stop their ability. And while it kinda would make sense, it would also be pretty OP. I need to play that off Frost. Another All Frost is victory. I'm not sure if that's gonna be in time. Especially considering that the All Frost is not in the deck anymore. Nor is the gifts. At this time, I think we no longer need the Razor Sharp Edges. Although, they could still provide some value. Yeah, that's the final wave. Didn't manage a flying kill, but we were pretty close. This is a rail spike. Just wanted to say that this is a rail spike. I hate not having extra draw, but I feel like we have to take Ember. There's also no... Yeah. We don't have to keep casting these Razor Sharp Edges. We can go to the right here, or we can dupe the Hoarfrost one more time. But only being to only be able to cast a single Hoarfrost in a turn can be a pain. And we do have the Wildwood Custodian and the Rail Spike. So the extra Ember is worth quite a bit. We also have gifts for a guard for draw. It hurts, but I think it's the correct choice. We just need more Hoarfrosts in the deck. And we want the extra Frostbite. Enemy units enter with Spell Shield. I'm pretty happy it's the Trample guy here. I think the other option would have been significantly worse with this deck. I do want to get some spikes on you. This Gilded Wing will die to Frostbite. Nah, that sucks. Is this the turn for gift? It's dangerous. We might lose Tethys. I think we're okay. Looks like we're not okay. Because of that double tank siege. But we might be okay without Tethys, is the interesting thing. If we can heal up the Titan Sentry. 16 Frostbite instead. Well, it's not like we can kill this guy any other way. Big heal. Very, very important heal. I hate having this low health on the backliner against spikes. But we have to. Maybe we should have played Gifts for a guard here. Actually... I can still play it. Not gonna use the rail spike this turn, but these restores are a big deal. We can't reduce the health of the Animus any further. You know what? I'm not gonna draw back into the rails. Well, we draw half our deck. There's a 50% chance we draw back into it, so... How much more can we do here? This should be worth. This is just an incant. This fight 25. We have 65 health. Oh, this guy actually crushes us pretty quickly. We take 3 damage each attack. Yeah, we can attack 3 times, can't we? No, we can't. We can only attack twice. Well, 2 turns. Yeah, this fight isn't taking a lot of time. It's only 3 turns of combat. Not ideal, but it's okay. All Frost beforehand wasn't enough. It's only 42 damage. Guardian Stone. Kinda interested in that, but not enough. Pyrogrow. Yeah, it's a pretty tough seed. What do we want? Spell upgrades? Do we need them? They're still important. Not that important. Mostly I want the cost reductions on gifts for a guard, but that's not that necessary. The removals and the dupe is valuable. Oh, Pyrestone housing. We could make use of that. What's available? Large stone? I think it's too late for large stone Animus of Will. I think at this point the only thing we really want is focus down the Seraph with Frostbite. And for that reason we can cut some cards that do not help in that strategy, like Helical Crystallises. Yeah, large stone on the Cartrot totem. That was well, I was just arriving at this conclusion because it's gonna be on the top floor killing things. That should be worth it. I was looking for the hammer chest plates is actually tempting. Keeping Tethys alive is valuable. And I think 5 Hoarfrosts is enough. Let's go! We need to focus on applying as much Frostbite to Seraph. I'm an idiot. We're up against Cleanse Seraph. That might not even be enough. Uh-oh. I think we want to set up on the bottom floor still. Despite not getting any Frostbite onto Seraph this turn is actually pretty bad. This is 23 Frostbite. It's not that much, but it's a start. Yeah, maybe I'm just stupid in trying this against Cleanse Seraph, but leaves me with no great place to put the Custodian on. Maybe we set up on the second floor. That's probably the safest thing we can do, because that gives us time to draw into our Siren. Ah, so many effigies already in hand when I draw the Derail Spike. That's a shame. Also, this guy surviving. That doesn't leave us with enough space in hand. Uh-oh. No way to kill this guy. Also sweep units. I can't take Ember Drain. Just can't. Maybe we should have set up on the top floor. Probably should have. You know what? Let's keep trying. It's not even a lot of Frostbite. I'm sad. I am so sad right now. Yep, this doesn't work. Doesn't work at all. We are close. But can we survive this? It's 9 times 4 plus 9 times 3. So 9 times 7, 63 damage. Okay. Thera is relentless. Oh dear. Yeah. That strategy doesn't work out at all. Honestly, I didn't realize we were up against Seraph the Chaste until he was here in our face. Well, at least we don't leak this turn. But we have some amount of Frostbite on him. This guy's silenced. That helps. I think we have to get the Glacial Seal down. Yeah, this was literally the worst boss to try this strat against. Should have finished with that instead. Could have had more Frostbite that way. I wish we could kill the Pyre Wings with this. Might as well keep Tethys alive then. The Ember Drain is killing me. Can't do much here. Can we still win? Or are we completely doomed here? Well, gotta use the Frostbite if we wanna be able to win at all. I'm dropping the Razor Sharp holdover. If there was a way to create another turn of combat here, we would win, but there isn't. So we take a ton of damage before we win. We can at least kill this guy with double Razor Sharp. I guess that's the best we can do. We don't even need double razor sharp. Really? Did I miss Hellspanner's value when I played the totem? Oh my god. I'm so bad today. Oh, that sounds like such a stupid mistake. Ugh. No, we don't need to play that yet. Although we are drawing an extra card, so we know. We have 4 permafrosted cards, we draw 6, that works out. Alright. I have the totem in the same hand as the Wildwood Custodian. It's actually very helpful. I wonder if this turn is... Well, 1 Hoarfrost definitely happens. Wonder if this is the turn where we let Tethys die. Wait, we can save Tethys with this move. And then we can play another Hoarfrost. Still upgrade our damage. So we don't have to spend the Ember on the Blazing Bolt. This might be the turn where we have to let Tethys die. Although no, we can protect him against the Pirewing sweep. Well, we should be able to take the Pirewings down. No. Why not? Oh, we no longer have spikes on the Titan Sentry. Well, we are taking 2 damage this turn. But we also lost our totem, so that's no fun. And we are Ember drained. And that's still not enough to take down this wave. If there were more Hoarfrosts in the discard, I would have tried. We need to keep Tethys alive. One last try on this battle. But this is just such a puzzle. What were I thinking building this deck against this boss? What was I thinking indeed? This restore is actually useful. And this wave is where the trouble begins. 100 damage? Not quite. That's not enough. That helps a lot. Okay, this is pretty good. This does give us a lot of extra Frostbite. Yeah, I think we win on the second floor with this play. At least we managed to beat the 1k mark for Frostbite. Wow. Well, we managed to win. Our score won't be great. Maybe about 42k, I predict. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So, lesson for today, guys. Always check which Seraph you're facing. This deck was so bad against this Seraph. I was thinking, yeah, we draw some with Awoken's Rail Spike, and then we stack up the Frostbite. Any other Seraph we would have melted with this deck, like a 5 or maybe even 6 turn boss rush. But not this one. Not this one. Yep. What even would have been good in this seed against Seraph? I don't know. Let's find out by checking top players' decks. Let's take a look at Comrade's deck. Full Frostbite, Tethys, Guardian Stone, Husk Helmet with Quick. Very nice. Thorned Hollow. Glacial Seal. Awoken's Rail Spike. Tome, Engraft, Frozen Lands with Consume. Razor Sharp Edges, Restore. Double stacked, non-consuming Wildwood Saps. Together with Thorned Hollow. Blazing Bolts, Gifts for a Guard. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. The regen was definitely valuable. It was definitely something I was missing. They also had Gnarled Root, so their Thorned Hollow will grow faster. Yeah. I lose half the buffs, I just buff twice as much. That works. With the consume removal on the Wildwood Saps, you can easily get so much regen. Just clean 3-turn boss rushes with no damage taken. Well, oh, oops. The problem then becomes you don't have enough Ember to play these 3 Saps every turn. Unless you hit them with Rail Spike, which is a bit hard to set up. You also can't guarantee on not drawing the Wildwood Saps with gifts. So it doesn't quite work out. Yeah, if gifts for a... Oh! Right, they have consume removal. Yeah, that works. You just hit them with gifts, make them free, and every other spell in the deck consumes them. Makes sense. Sometimes I forget the interaction of consume removal stone and gifts for a guard because it's completely different on than how consume Seraph interacts with consume removal stone. Let's take a look at another top tier deck. Gifts for a guard. Helical Crystallis with consume removal, extra spell damage, and consume added. The consume added and consume removal makes it so you can hit the Helicals with gifts for a guard without having to worry about them consuming. And an Ice Storm with 20 spell damage and holdover, and then duped 3 times, so 4 Ice Storms. With the spell weakness from Tethys Scales and the cost reduction and spell weakness from Tethys herself. Endless Bounty Stalker, but he only ever grew to 50 power, so that's not too impressive. But this was just a spell deck. Units didn't really matter all that much. One unit was even used as a kind of a spell. 4-turn boss rush, actually. The Spell Shield trial did hurt them quite a bit. They performed a bit worse in the normal fights, but they managed to 4-turn boss rush not just Seraph but also Fel. This looks like a great deck. I really like the Helical Crystallis Gifts for a Guard interaction and the Ice Storm, and Tethys just slamming down these damage spells. Seems pretty nice. Okay, at least we managed to finish, even though it was kind of a slug.